Hey everyone, I'm Nick and welcome to the channel. Today we're checking out the Foxwell RT280, which is a thermal imaging camera. You can do this. I'm really excited for this video because I've always wanted a thermal imaging camera. So let's get started by unboxing it and then we'll go test it out. Got a user manual, covers all the features and the modes and how to connect it to your computer too. Got the imager itself. Nice rugged case. This is impact resistant and water resistant. Comes with a couple peels too. We'll take care of them right now. Microfiber, keep things clean. A lanyard. And a USB cable, which is USB-C on one side. And that plugs in on the top right here. Like the color accent that matches in there. It's a nice touch. And some rubberized buttons here, a trigger, and a tripod mount on the bottom. There's also a little hole for the lanyard. And now we're good to go test it out. All right, let's start by checking out my car. We'll see what things heat up, what things cool down for the AC, and we'll look around. See the intake heated up already? Right there. This is pulling in hot air from outside. You can see the block down there getting warmer. Yep, there it is. You can see the belt warms up too. This is the friction and bending and straightening out. We've got a little bit of warmth in this line. Actually, you can see them, the dots right there, 33 degrees. You see a couple dots on the screen. One in the middle is whatever's in the middle. The red dot is whatever's hottest, and the blue dot is whatever's coldest. And if we look down this way, you can see heat from the exhaust down there. Now here, if you turn the AC on, you can see the darkest spot in the screen is where it's coldest. You can actually see it getting lighter around it as it gets colder. Now if you want to take a screen cap, you can pull the trigger, and then you can save it with OK, or discard it with back. Save that one. And if you want things to look different, you can hit the menu button, or OK. And then we can go to color palette and change to a bunch of different options. Here you can see the coldest is in white. Now we can see the coldest spot is at the vent, or over here at the vent. You can do rainbow also. High contrast, so here you can really see our cold spots are a lot darker. And actually you can see right now, it's getting really cold in the center vents. You can see more warmth here. So you have a lot of color options. You can pick whatever works best. And right here you can see, as the engine's warmed up, you can see the coolant pipe here. It's hot. If you go to the radiator down here, you can see it's hot on the side there. Cools down on this side. As you can see in the center there is 43, 44. And on that side it's almost 80 degrees Celsius. It's also useful for checking things like insulation. And you could check your brake temperature if you've been driving. Actually, this is a good opportunity to show something. If you have a reflective material like these chrome wheels, it'll actually reflect heat off other things. So just something to keep in mind if you're trying to measure something that is reflective. All right, let's do a quick tour of the interface now. So we'll go into our menu here. We've got our measurement here. So we can do none, center spot, hot spot, cold spot, zone, and you can edit the zone. So by default, center spot, hot spot, and cold spot are enabled. Got our color palette here, which we saw a bit earlier. Got thermal AGC, which lets us choose high contrast, normal, and smooth. Got saturation, high or low. Got the laser, which is another way to measure. Let's turn it on. And there's a laser pointer. So we have our laser mark in yellow and our center mark in black. So they can help you target something more specifically. Got a flashlight mode. So if you're working in a dark place, you can use it to illuminate your workspace. The lights are right here. Then we have settings. So you can change the language, default emissivity, TISO view, units, temperature compensation for distance, temperature range, and custom buttons. So P button would be custom. Then your time and date, storage, auto power off, alarms, and all that. Then we have the album, which takes us to the pictures we've taken, pictures or videos. And then back to our measurement. Now there's also a software that's available on Windows that you can use to do further analysis on your pictures, and I'm going to show you that right now. So here's what the software looks like once you've opened an image. You can see the image itself. When you mouse over anything, you can see the temperature at that spot. So you can see this is actually a picture of the vent in my car. The 35 Celsius here, hot spot of 42 over here, and a cold spot of 34 in the footwell. So on the toolbar here, we have a bunch of tools. At the top is the colors. So this is the default, but you can actually switch it out after you've taken the picture and see everything and find what you like best. And there's actually a couple here that aren't on the device itself. You can also add points. Say I want to see in the vent here, you can have that displayed. And you can do areas. So if I want to look at the average temperature across the vent here, you can see on the right here, we have our 0.1 temperature, which is what we added. And then in our rectangle, we have our max of 38, minimum of 34, and an average of 36 Celsius. Now if you want to get rid of any of that, you can click, you can actually move it, and then there's a little X you can click to delete it. And same thing with the point. Now up in the top left, if you want to remove the center point, high point, and low point, you can actually toggle them on and off here. So you can turn them all off and turn them all back on. We also have options for adding labels. And arrows. You can rotate the image, save it, and export a report. Now on the right side, we have a couple other things. We've got information. So we've got the camera we used, the thermal imaging resolution, maximum temperature, minimum temperature, and average temperature, and when the picture was taken. We also have some parameters, which you can adjust the emissivity and the distance. So here I was about a meter away from the vent, so I'm going to leave it at that. But depending on how far you are, it will recalibrate a little bit. Now right here, we have the range, the full range. But if we toggle to the dynamic temperature width, we have two sliders that can help us adjust the image to get a different look. See, we bring up the low point here and the high point, and that can help highlight some of the areas in the image. I also opened a picture of my car, and you can see here, you can kind of make out the car, but with this gradient adjustment, you can really bring that up and make it a lot more visible. And you can see the radiator here, the engine here, and the outline of the car. So the software gives you a lot of flexibility to adjust images for whatever your purposes are. So you just transfer your images onto your computer, open them in the software, and tweak them however you want. And that's the Foxwell RT280. Really convenient to have to monitor how your car is working, check temperatures, troubleshoot, and more. If you want to get one for yourself, I'll leave a link in the video description, and I want to say a big thank you to Foxwell for sending me this to review. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it and to hype it, and if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.